Hey, how's it going? This is Jonathan with Salt Lake Valley Chevrolet, and today what we have here is the 2016 GMC Yukon SLT. Would be the trim level on that with the Summit white exterior. Already coming by on it, you could see it has yet to be washed, and I do apologize for that. But regardless, it's a mean looking car. You know, it's already got the pre-installed running boards, so that's a plus on that end. Very beautiful exterior. So I'm going to start off by showing you the key fob afterwards. And you know, with the newer models, you always have the option to turn your vehicle on and so forth. So essentially, to do that, you would have to lock that twice, hold this button in the center for about 3 seconds, or sorry, that was a bit anticlimactic. There you go. So we're gonna start stepping up inside. It is keyless ignition, so you'll never have to have the keys in your hand. They could always be in your pocket, in a bag, etc. Already stepping up in here, what you will notice is, oh, actually, never mind. So for the most part, when you turn a car with the remote, it's always the electrical components will stay off, like so. And they won't really do anything until you put your foot on the brake and press on the gas. Then everything starts working. Anywho, that's a really nice feature in the event that come winter time you want to heat this car up and not stand out in the freaking cold. Or, you know, this is anti-theft as well. Someone sees that, they're gonna try to break in. You know, there's no key fob in here, so they won't even be able to. It won't be able to move. So that's a plus. Now, already coming up here, I'm just going to give you a little gist. I'm going to give you the gist of what this vehicle has to offer. So as soon as I can focus this bad boy, you know, you got your unique GMC logo right up on the center. Over here, you have your cruise control controls, your crash collision alert, heated steering wheel. Sorry. Over here, this is your on these two ends is your voice command. You enable it essentially once you connect via Bluetooth, whether it's an Apple or Android device, doesn't matter. These are just controls for your heads-up display, giving you updates on your tire pressure, oil life, fuel range, that kind of stuff, your trips, etc. So that's a pretty cool feature there. Keeps you up to date on your fluids, makes sure that you're not missing anything, you're not lacking. Anyways, over here on your left side, you're going to start off with your traction control. This is essentially a button to move out your pedals closer or farther from you. You have your lane assistance and your park assistance. Over here you have your drives. You know, you can leave it on two-wheel, saves you more gas, or use this vehicle to its full potential at four-wheel. You have your light adjusting controls. Over here you have your presets. So when I turned this car on, it was already on one preset mode, so the seat and the steering wheel just moved around themselves to the person's own comfort. So once you start figuring this out, let's say you're not the only one driving this. Maybe one of you, maybe the other person's shorter or taller. You know, it'd be easier for you to maneuver around that rather than have each and individual person just work the controls back to however they like. But enough with that. I'm going to start over here in your center. Here you have your typical AC temp control. Over here, this is for your rear climate. So the beautiful thing about these is not only can you heat, but you can cool your seats as well. So that's a pretty awesome feature. Over here you have your infotainment center, which you also have a hidden compartment. Once if you're asking yourself if this will stay up while you drive, the second you put in a drive, this closes down. So you have plenty of USB ports, so don't ever try to charge your phone from in there, or you're gonna be like me and have to learn that the hard way. But anyways, the infotainment center is really easy to use. You know, you have your audio projection. This projection goes more in hand with the LCD player that you have in the back there. If it clears up, I apologize. I'll go through that in a bit, and so forth. And like I said, once you connect via Bluetooth, you can initiate GPS, send texts, make calls, all that kind of stuff. Hands-free at its finest. You won't have to be distracted. And then another awesome thing is if we move you over here, if it wants to focus, so you have your sunroof controls, which you have right up here. Sorry. And then over here you have your controls to open your trunk. So you can just, from the push of a button, pop that bad boy open. And then you can do the same thing and close it. Just push it again, boom. And if you have a remote garage door, once you get that, you can configure it and have this be an additional remote, and you can open the garage from the comfort of your own car, which is pretty awesome. Over here you have a wireless charging port. It does work for iPhone 8 and up, and then with the Androids, I believe it's a Samsung Galaxy S10 and Plus, and some other stuff. Here you have a very spacious console. You have another cigarette lighter in here. Then you have a whole bunch of controls for that LCD player that I was talking about earlier. But let's take a gander over to the back. As you can see, you got the Bose speakers, pretty self-sufficient in terms of sound. Over here you have your bench seat. Now it's all black in interior, black leather. It's very lovely. Hopping up in here, I'm a pretty short guy, but I'm standing around 5'7". I still got plenty of leg room. I'm not worried about that. You can fit a pretty decent amount of passengers here. Over here you have your LCD player. You have a few controllers over there. That's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. And then down over here you have your rear controls for the AC as well. You can heat the seats. You have a USB, USB, auxiliary cord, etc. You have a 120 volt outlet over here, and I believe you have one over there in the front as well. And that's pretty cool. 120 volts isn't too much, but it's enough to do the job. And then, as you can see, these seats could be moved around with this little lever here. Have that down, and the same thing would apply to the seats in the back. The only thing about that is, let's see, the only thing about that is you have some controllers over here to move them around. Same with the ones in front. Over here you have your cargo space. Doesn't look too much, but then in the bottom you have your space, room for your spare tire and so forth. But yeah, in with these, you hold the buttons on them. Oh, so in order for these to go down all the way, these need to be moved on up too. I forgot to mention that, and I apologize for that. But regardless, it's a pretty cool feature to move those seats around, not having to pull at them. But yeah, before I end this video, we do have those park brake sensors that I forgot to mention. You have 4 in the back and 4 in the front. And you can easily just pop these up with no problem. You got your cup holder right there. And honestly, this is a pretty efficient vehicle for a family. But anyways, if you have any questions on it, feel free to give me a call. My personal phone number is 801-556-5307. Again, my name is Jonathan with Salt Lake Valley Chevrolet, and I hope to do business with you. You take care now. Bye.